And that's all they can do at the end of the day.
I hope, okay, so like the rest of the month, we're talking about like different people in the Bible. And, my hope is that if anyone is listening, that they would read the story of Esther because it's so rad. There's just so much going on there and so many like things to pull out of it. But that two would be that we would really look at our lives, that we would look at her life and how she lived it and realize that like we all have opportunities. We all have the favor of God, right? Like, it's not like he's like, I really want Joe to be fabulous, but not Sami. You know, like he wants good for all of our lives. Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean it's always good, right? Because he can bring good out of bad, whatever. Whole nother topic for another day. But it means that he can be glorified in any of our lives. So how are we submitting our lives and how are we living our lives for other people and for the kingdom and focus not just on ourselves and what we can get? Because Esther, again, had the opportunity to get whatever she wanted. Yeah. Anything that she could have ever wanted.
And her story didn't start off to like this.
Yeah, she wasn't like born. It wasn't like she was born a princess. Yeah, the girl was born an orphan.
And that's why when you even say the bad, I've been thinking about the bad a lot lately. And I think sometimes the bad in life, when submit and surrender to God, meaning like to get you through it, when there's bad stuff, things, unexpected things, uncertain things, horrible things that happen in your life, when you're able to get through that, submit and surrender to God, I think it's just preparation for the good to come that you weren't ready for before. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yes, like it totally does.
Sometimes I think God is always kind of on this continual path of anytime we are submitted and surrendered to him, saying this body, this mind, this time that we have is for you to use. Sometimes the good that he wants to bring us into, we're not prepared for, and bad seasons, storms that we go through are preparation for that good to come. And I think about that because Jesus led his disciples 2 different times that I can find into storms. Scary, horrific storms. And they were both times to remind them that in spite of the storm, he was with them. And somehow that was preparation.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean.
And even like in the story of Esther, right? Like she wasn't prepared to tell him that she was a Jew before she was prepared to tell him that she was a Jew. Right? She had to wait for the right time and the right opportunity. Mm-hmm. And it was completely set up for her. And while it was being set up for her, she knew, okay, it's time to pray. Yeah. It's time to be connected to God. It's time to get other people in on that. I'm going to focus on prayer while God is making the timing right. And then the timing was exactly what it was supposed to be. Yeah. And I just think so many times, like maybe we want to see certain things happen. Us too, like with our ministry or with our family or with a business or with whatever. And God's like, nope, just wait. Like, there's things brewing. You can't even see what they are. You don't even know what they are. Yeah. The time is not quite right. Because what if she would have told him at the beginning? He probably would have been
right. That's
or what if she would have told him a little bit too late and a bunch of Jews were already killed? No, it was literally like the right timing. And she knew when the timing was right. 1, because she listened to the wisdom of Mordecai. Mm-hmm. And 2, because she was in prayer and she was fasting. Yeah, and she knew like, all right, now's the time to go for it.
Beautiful story.
Oh, wait.
Beautiful story.
That was a good one.
Thank you, babe, so much for bringing that. You did a phenomenal job.
Oh, babe.
I can just hear
I love me some
Ben
Esther.
Inserting some clapping and cheering.
Esther.
Yeah,
I didn't really do anything other than say what's in the story, which is
but you
so
did,
good.
You did a really good job of recapping, and then we took some serious nuggets for ourselves out. That's what Scripture is all about.
Yeah.